living large and taking charge, big boys.
Listen up, it's Danny and Tay, and we are heard. Hi guys, welcome back to Heard the Podcast. This is Danny.
And it's Taylor.
And we are joined again with Tommi. So now we have Tommi and Taylor. So
Hi everybody. How you guys doing?
All right. But no, for real though. So it's a jam-packed episode. I always say that every episode, but whatever. So there's a few things we want to talk about, but I want to say this though. Happy belated birthday to Taylor. Her birthday was, I don't know if it was if it was February 28th or March 1st. I'm not sure.
March 1st.
Okay, yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Yay.
Because you were born on February 29th, right?
Yeah.
I would personally make it the 28th if it was, you know what I'm saying, but whatever.
No, because if the 29th came this year, the March 1st would have been the day it fell on. So technically, that would.
I mean, I guess
that would have been the day.
I mean,
But anyway, birthday wishes.
Yes. Before we start into the messy topics, we always like to highlight certain things. So before I get into everything, I want to say that Heard the Podcast, we are shouting out and highlighting Black women creatives on our page right now. It's called Black Women Create. And so far we have posted Jayla, who is the founder of the Bijan brand. It is a skincare, health and wellness brand. So she makes all of her products herself, with natural ingredients. So we highlighted her. It's on our podcast page at Heard the Podcast on Instagram. And then also we highlighted Courtney. Courtney is the creator of Odd Charm. And Odd Charm is a handcrafted earrings that she makes herself in nice, cool, geometric, eclectic styles. They come in an assortment of colors, so we're highlighting her as well. But yes, this is episode 90 of Heard the Podcast. You can listen to us on all podcast streaming platforms. We are present on Twitter and Instagram at Heard the Podcast. You can subscribe to our channel, HER_D the podcast on YouTube, and we are almost at 3,000 views on the Normani clip that we posted a couple weeks ago. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm thinking of a nice little graphic to talk about. I don't know. I might do like an Outkast song or something because it's 3K. So I don't know. But anyway, so that's that. And I wanted to also bring up Perch Credit. So Perch Credit is let me see, like a platform that Jay-Z invested in. So let me go to the page. Let me make sure I say this correctly. Perch Credit can be used for reoccurring expenses such as subscriptions or rent as credit history to improve your credit score immediately. So I mentioned this with Tommi last episode. This was an investment from Jay-Z, but this is founded by, let me make sure one of the founders is Michael Broughton. He is a black man, so that's amazing. I think he's in his early 20s as well. Michael is a young entrepreneur, studied business at University of Southern California, aka UCLA. No, sorry, USC, aka USC. So he studied business at USC, which is a big deal. He came from a military family. He grew up in South Korea and Japan. Then he moved to South Dakota. But yes, he is one of the founders of Perch Credit, PERCH. The other founder is, I'm trying to say his name correctly. I think it's Hayush Jain is AYUSHJAIN. I believe he is Indian American. And he is also the co-founder of Perch. And that's just amazing. And then also there's a Black woman, Shamara Carney. She is head of PR and marketing. So I'm assuming that she is responsible for the brand identity and the way that they post things on Instagram. So it's their page is beautiful, actually. I love their logo. I love their color scheme. I love everything. So I was really happy when I saw this, and I hit follow so fast, and I went right to the app store to download everything. So right now I'm on the wait list to Perch Credit on the Apple app.
Same.
So I'm really excited for that because I want to get credit for these damn Spotify shit I be paying every month on time. I'm just saying. Have you saw that, Taylor?
I haven't, but I will.
Have you seen that?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna download
you
it.
should definitely download it. Yeah, I'm on the waiting list. I think me and Tommy are in the same
I'm about
cohort.
to be with
Can
y'all
you,
on the. I'm about to be on
yeah,
it.
I'm definitely on the waiting list. Can you also explain the cohort,
So
how that works?
so cohort from what I understand is basically like your group. So since it's such a new app, I'm guessing that you're still trying to work out the kinks, and it's such a capacity because like I guess Jay-Z's name is attached to it. He's one of the investors. So I'm guessing it's such a high capacity and like it's a new app, and I've never heard of this before. I've never heard of like an app helping you like track your credit and helping you like get credit for your subscriptions and stuff.
Right.
So
I
a cohort is basically like the group of people that you signed up with around the same time.
Yeah. That's what
So I guess it lets you in groups, I guess.
Yep.
So
and I am in cohort 27.
Same. We're in the same cohort. Yep.
Yep. So I'm really looking forward to using that app because let me tell you, I pay my Netflix faithfully. That $18.99,
ridiculous, right?
$17.99 comes out of my
and
account
Netflix
every
just keep
month.
going up too.
Ridiculous.
Absolutely, yes, it's
They keep on
ridiculous.
going up.
It's actually
They
ridiculous.
are
I'm
trying.
I'm so glad it's on my grandma's Xfinity plan because girl, I cancel my Netflix so fast.
My thing is that with Netflix is that there's a cheaper one. I think for $13.99. What is the standard price?
I think it's 15 now. The standard is 15 now, I think.
Oh, but because my TVs are HD, automatically I have no choice but to get the 18. I'm like, that's some bull.
They cost every little damn thing.
But yes, Jay-Z, shout out to Jay-Z for making these major investments.
That's what you're supposed to do, man. He is just, man. Anywho, so next on the shout out list is Marsai Martin. So Marsai Disney is picking up a show called Saturdays, produced by Miss Young Marsai Martin. 16-year-old Marsai Martin is producing her first show, her first television show. Saturdays is going to be by Disney. And it says that Disney has handed a pilot order to Saturdays, a single camera comedy about a young girl and her competitive roller skating crew. From 16-year-old Blackish star Marsai Martin via her Genius Entertainment and writer executive producer Norman Vance Jr. Will direct. So she has her own production company called Genius Entertainment. And she will be working with a writer and executive producer, Norman Vance, and he is known for Roll Bounce and Girlfriends and all that stuff. And Charles Stone III will be the director. Yep.
Oh wow! I think this will be a good mashup, especially with the other producers. This is going to be a nice mashup.
I think it'll be a really good show.
I hope it has a laughing track.
A laughing track?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, and when she said,
I wonder what they mean by single camera comedy.
I almost said the same thing. Yeah, I'm thinking like The Office. That's like a single camera. The way The Office said, like how the camera is like one camera going back and forth,
reality show,
panning back and forth, or like if you ever saw Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's a single camera show as well. They do the little panning, the camera pans left and right, up and down, all that stuff. So and it gives it more of like a rawness, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's really exciting. I'm really happy for her. I'm really happy to see that she's just elevating at a young age and just And then lastly on the list, I don't know if y'all heard, but Rihanna is about to launch a Fenty like black hair care line, child.
Yeah,
I did not hear that.
Yeah, girl, she about to release a Fenty black hair care line. So it says her company Roy Raj Trade LLC, I hope I said that right, filed an application for Fenty hair. According to the document filed with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, the brand would produce shampoo, hair straightening items, hair waving preparation products, bleaching and coloring products, as well as hair glitter.
She's taking over.
So yeah, I just
she got her hand in everything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess why not?
Music.
She's gonna be she's an empire at this point, I guess.
It
reminds me of
no.
what?
I am excited to see what's gonna happen, but I don't know. I kind of feel like, when you dip and dabble in too many things, like, I don't know. I just feel like right now it's great that she is working on a hair care line, but I think I would want Rihanna's weave more so than her hair care product.
I think it's weave.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's gonna have weave. So it says under the patent, like under the it will produce shampoo, hair straightening, whatever. But I also think I heard that she'll have like her own Fenty weave or whatever. So it's gonna be under the Fenty hair
weave.
Thing.
Now
it's gonna be under the Fenty hair trademark.
Because I'm sorry, but I've only seen Rihanna do like leave outs. Like she'll do weave and she'll have a leave out, but I've never seen her have a weave or a wig hair.
And it'll be leave out. Yeah.
So it's like,
you never seen her real hair?
No,
I've seen her real hair.
When
she's worn her real hair like out.
Yeah,
I've only seen her real hair when she was like 16.
No, she used to wear real hair curly for like 5 minutes. She did.
When? You sure that wasn't a weave?
No, that was
a weave. Yeah, sometimes it'd be a weave. It look real good.
It really looked like her real hair if it wasn't. I forgot. I can't think which video it was. She was like in a music video.
That means that means it was fake for sure.
No, it was weave. She used to wear it out. When she would go out, her hair was like that too.
Like what?
But it was only she literally wore it for like it looked like if she had braids and like took her hair out and just let it be crinkly. That's what it looked like.
Maybe on vacation.
And it was kind of blonde. When I saw her, she was on the beach.
Yeah. So maybe it was vacation.
I think I know that was weave, girl. I think I know which one you're talking about.
It was so long. It was so freaking long ago.
It was really long ago, and she was. I think it's on the documentary. But you see what I'm saying? Like the thing is, she's known for rocking multiple weaves, so it's like,
and sometimes people don't know better because I think it was a magazine cover where she had like a wet, like curly look. They were like, "Oh my god, her real hair." No, it was a wig.
No,
calm down.
A wig.
Calm down. It's just a good wig.
Like it's just that her leave out. Her hairstylists are really good with matching her leave out to her hair.
Right, they match it very well.
Well, I mean, you gotta remember though, when millionaires come up with these brands and like all these things, it's not just them behind it. They have a team.
Whole team. They're not just doing that on their own.
They're just the face.
So I'm sure she's going to have experts behind the scenes that really can test things out. And, maybe she probably educated herself first before filing this trademark and before like committing to this whole thing. So that could be
knowing how she is. I feel like she did do her research and educate herself first, but she definitely has experts helping her for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But what I'm saying is like to make it like when you putting out a product and then someone's the face of it, you want it to be relatable. You know what I mean? We don't know Rihanna for wearing her natural hair. We know her for weaves. So if she was selling weaves, I can understand. But like hair care products, it's like, girl, we ain't never seen your real hair. How am I trust that?
Yeah, you're right. But I guess because of your Rihanna, it don't really matter. But then also, I was just thinking about this the other day though with Tracee Ellis Ross's natural hair care line called Pattern. Like she's a mixed Black woman. That's why I was questioning. I'm like, should I even get her stuff? I mean, even though she's mixed,
that's what I was going on her. Types.
I mean, duh. Unquote. I mean, yeah, they're gonna say that. They're gonna say that, but like I went on her Instagram page and stuff on the Pattern Beauty page, trying to just like find like different hair diversity, different hair texture diversities or whatever. And I, of course, I saw like my hair type in pictures and stuff, but it's still like this is a mixed Black woman, so I'm like I'm a little bit weary about this. So I was going to plan on doing more research on it before purchasing.
Exactly. So even imagine in her case.
Even though her hair is natural,
she wears her natural hair and still she's getting mixed reviews on even buying it from people that are not mixed. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it has to be, I feel like the face should be, trustable. Someone that faithfully, their hair, someone that's relatable basically.
Yeah.
I understand that. Maybe she feels like doing. I don't gonna say maybe she feels like doing it. Maybe even though she wears a lot of wigs and weaves, like those are protective styles, and she is
That's
natural.
true.
So maybe she, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she. I'm sure she takes pretty good care of her natural hair underneath all those wigs and weaves. So
That's
I don't
true
know. Maybe she
also.
needs to
because
put that out there.
Beyonce real hair long as shit. Beyonce hair
Yeah,
long as shit.
long as shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
Her
and then
hair's real long.
also, you know, Rihanna's not a professional makeup artist, but she has a makeup brand. You know what I'm saying? But the
Yeah.
thing is, it's just a business move because when it comes to hair and makeup, those things, the beauty industry in general is lucrative, so it makes sense to
Right.
build a brand off of hair and makeup and shit. So
Right.
That's true. That is true.
yes,
That's one of the main
yes,
things people watch on YouTube, the tutorials on how to do this, that, and the third. Like, you
yeah.
know,
Them beauty YouTubers get a coin.
and reviews on these products. Like, think about it. That shit goes a
PR
long
packaging
way.
and shit.
Yeah, that shit goes a long way.
That is very true.
Yeah. So, okay. So before we get into the topics and stuff, does anyone else have any like random shout outs to say any like highlights or anything good? Because it's going to be some trash from here on out. Just letting y'all
I
know.
want to say shout out to Blue Ivy for getting her Grammy.
Yes.
I do want to shout her out.
We'll get into that just a second.
I
But
know. I just
anything
had to
else?
shout my girl out.
Yeah, my cousin. Go ahead.
She said my cousin.
My cousin. That's
I
your
don't have
cousin.
nothing.
Yes, my cousin. Yeah. Anything else? Because it's getting real ghetto.
That's it for the shout out.
Let's go.
Oh God.
Okay, so the Grammys, the 63rd Grammys, took place a couple nights ago. I watched it, and I really want to hear what you guys have to say, especially Tommi being a musical artist. But first, I'm going to top this off by saying, you know, when it comes to the Grammys, I'm always excited for the performances and the outfits. Those are my two main things I'm excited about. And yeah, so I was definitely excited to see Meghan Thee Stallion perform, Cardi perform, Doja Cat perform. I was super excited to see them perform. I was super excited to see Silk Sonic perform because I know that Bruno Mars is a showman when it comes to the stage and the music. I know he's going to give me a vocal. I know he's going to give me a performance. I know he's going to give me an outfit. Like, I was super excited for that. And for the most part, I really enjoyed Silk Sonic's performance and Meghan's performance too.
That was my favorite.
So I do have some things I want to cover about the Grammys, but I'm going to let you guys go first and just like feed in from there. So go.
Okay, go ahead, Tommi.
I mean, okay, I'm going to be quite frank with you guys. I was not able to watch the Grammys.
Not even the performances on YouTube?
I watched some of the performances. I watched Cardi's performance. I watched Doja Cat's performance. I watched Meghan, and I did see, Meghan Thee Stallion receive her award for Best New Artist. And I did see small clips because I was out and about. So every store I was going to, I was seeing it on the screen. But
you saw Meghan in the performance, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what do you think about that?
I thought it was okay.
Uh-huh.
I thought the stage was amazing. Like, especially when Cardi first opened up, like it was great. The whole stage, the outfit, the hair, the makeup, everything. But I will say though that Cardi listen, I am not gonna be messy, okay?
No, good girl.
I'm having it.
I said it's gonna be ghetto.
No,
it's gonna be ghetto.
No,
so
I think that I'm seeing a lot of reviews saying that Cardi looks
pregnant.
Yeah, I mean,
she might be. And I think she tweeted out. She said, you guys. She said something about something like, you guys, my body was really aching, and like, she basically said she gained 18 pounds.
She was like, you'll see why my body's changing.
You'll know. Yeah, you'll know why soon. That's what she said. So I don't know.
So it pretty much sounds like that.
But what I will say is, because Meghan and Cardi's performance, they had like a little joint performance or whatever. It went, it kind of like merged together. I will say this. I enjoy Meghan a lot because I know that she's a natural dancer. So I know that she really gives a lot of effort when it comes to the performance of the show. So for the most part, I did enjoy her performance, her savage performance and her body performance. I enjoyed it.
I agree.
I love the tap dances that came out. And yeah, so I enjoyed her performance for the most part. They were still, I don't really agree with her outfits sometimes, with Meghan's outfits sometimes. I don't agree with it sometimes.
Goodness. That red carpet look.
I'm talking about the stage. The sparkly thing.
So you didn't like
the
stage one?
The sparkly joint, not too much. That nude,
the corset.
The nude, that nude sparkly
with the bedazzled.
Thing when she performed the Savage. I don't know. It just looked weird on her.
I liked it.
Huh. But
I just didn't like her red carpet outfit.
Me neither. It was very promy, and I guess the hem of it was she's just too tall for certain things, or they just didn't.
No. But here's the thing: I blame Dolce and Gabbana because my thing is, y'all knew it's Dolce and Gabbana. Come on now,
they know what they're doing. They should have made. They know so their shit look right.
And my thing is, if it was the case that they did the measuring based off her not wearing heels, then so maybe they should have made it a little longer for when she wears the heels. She's
already tall.
Right.
These designers have a lot of trouble when it comes to Black women's bodies.
I don't think so.
She's a very voluptuous woman too.
Oh no, it's not an excuse.
I don't
bad.
agree.
It's like bad. No, I'm saying it's bad they have that problem.
I don't agree with that because look at Cardi Mugler. They work very well together, and Cardi is not the typical size. Look at her breast waist ass ratio. It's very it's not the typical model, and they make it work for her.
That's true.
It all depends on who
I think
is
it's
on
the height though.
your
From
team.
It's the height from it. It's I agree with you. It's the team. Like Dolce & Gabbana did her dress, but it's the team, the stylist. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the stylist.
It is. It has to be. It has to be because it's just like what
I'm telling you. If Meghan had Colin Carter, that would not happen.
Oh no, because Colin Carter be slaying Cardi up, and he be slaying up Normani too, because he done some things for Normani too. It's I don't know, man.
Yeah, that dress wasn't it, baby. That dress is not it.
But I think did y'all see her after party? Her after party dress.
I didn't like that either.
Oh, you didn't like the black dress she had on?
No, I liked it. No. Let me. I like the dress. I don't like the dress for after the Grammys. You just won 2 Grammys. You need to look like the star. It's giving boutique dress.
It's giving boutique, huh?
Absolutely not. You are a star. This is the moment where everybody wants to take your picture. Everybody wants to interview you. Like, you need to wear something that is going to steal the show. That's what I'm saying. It's not Meghan. It's the stylist. And whoever's on her team, her whole glam team, are all yes men saying, "Oh, you look great."
You think so? I'm glad that she has. Her name is Priscilla. She worked with Rihanna a lot.
I like
she
Priscilla.
Got her for her makeup. Yeah, and I think Kalan does it really good with Meghan's hair too.
Yeah,
it's the stylist for me.
It's the stylist.
Yeah, it's the stylist for me.
You know who she needs to use? She needs to use that same guy
who EJ
that Ryan Destiny uses. I forgot his name, but
EJ was her last stylist.
Yeah,
yeah, I know.
Oh no, I see the dress now. I hate that dress.
Yeah,
like I said, it's giving. I'm about to go to brunch.
Not even that shit.
It's not. Yeah, I don't even know what it's giving, but it ain't. It's giving. Don't wear it.
I kind of like
the blue dress,
the black jump.
No, the black
dress, Tommy. What blue dress?
What black dress y'all talking about?
The black one. Go on her page. The black one with the mesh. It's like a long train.
Yeah, it's like majority mesh.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's on the go on the second row.
I saw a blue dress.
The blue dress
you talking about?
The blue dress is giving brunch.
It's
not a bad dress, but it's not the right dress for the occasion.
Let me show you this jump. Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you right now, Tommy.
Okay.
The black jump. Yeah.
Oh, is this what she wore after?
Yeah, like that's the after party situation.
I don't remember her wearing this. I'm just now seeing this. She probably put this on and didn't actually wear it out because what she wore out was the blue dress.
Send me the blue dress, Tommy. Send me the blue dress.
I saw the blue dress.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on fashion.
It was a nice dress, but it was giving brunch though. Yeah.
It's
but I
giving
will
brunch.
say, what I will say with Cardi's performance, it was definitely lip sync central, but this is very understandable for me. It's very understandable, but it was I think she looked very uncomfortable in her costume. It was very uncomfortable. You can see it. It was very uncomfortable. But I loved the production. I loved Cardi B's production. I loved the stage props.
She always gives you
a
great show.
She does, and it reminded me when she first popped up. It reminded me of the Beyonce. Was it the Billboard Awards performance when she did the Run the World? The whole like computer, the whole computer effect thing, interactive effect that she did. I love that.
I love that performance. Oh my god,
absolutely loved it. Yeah,
it does remind me of that. I forgot about that performance.
Let me see this dress, Tommy. Fashion Bomb Daily.
But no, I do think.
I didn't
Cardi
see
B
this.
struggled a little bit.
That's what she wore after the Grammys.
It's kind of basic for the occasion. You're supposed to show out.
I don't like that.
You're supposed to show out.
I don't like it.
I don't like that.
What was your favorite performance?
I like Silk Sonic, but I want to get on the girls real quick though. So I said what I said about Cardi performance, but then when it comes to Doja Cat, her performance was flawless. It was flawless. I'll say this about her performance. It was flawless. She's a great performer. Like she's the standard, like nowadays for these, when it comes to these new girls, like her performance, her stage presence is flawless. It was flawless. I will say this though. I was goddamn tired to say so. I was hoping that she was going to perform.
I've been tired of it.
Me too. But I was hoping that she was going to perform Streets. But I guess the Academy made her do the song.
I know
if it was up to her, I'm sure she would have did like another song.
But she didn't sing that song 50-11 Ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she kills it every time.
But even at that, like at least she's not performing the song the same way every time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she killed it every time too. Like,
yeah.
You can't deny that girl talent. She's amazing. She's a fucking star.
Star quality, period.
But I wanted to hear what y'all had to say about Doja Cat as an artist, because I was watching a few like Grammy review. I love my little YouTube vlogs and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so I was watching a couple of those, and I love watching Armand Wiggins, and Taylor. I always tell you that he like really doesn't like, he appreciates Doja Cat's talent, but he always says that Doja Cat is an original. She's like a knockoff Nicki Minaj with a sprinkle of Ariana Grande, and like he'll say things like that. And like he said that he like I said before, he appreciates her talent and her presence and her performance and things like that, but he kind of said the same thing again when it comes to her artistry, and then also he has callers call in too, and one of the callers said they think that they feel like Doja Cat is like a snippet of other people, like so they were like, she's like a snippet of Billie Eilish, a snippet of Ariana Grande, a snippet of Nicki Minaj. It's never just her. I don't know who she is.
Eclectic and like different types of like different genres, and why can't she just like all different types of music and enjoy that shit? Why she got to be a snippet of every damn body?
I guess they're saying that they get a lot of different people from her that already exist, type of thing.
I guess.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I'm sorry.
They act like
people
she that has to be one person.
Say things like that are kind of stupid, because for every artist, they grab something from someone that they're inspired by.
Exactly.
Period. Even Beyonce.
Exactly.
I don't even think Doja even does that. I think that Doja is just good at everything. Like she's a great
dancer. What I'm saying.
She's a multi-talented
singer, a great
girl,
rapper.
And her personality.
It can only be one person that does this and that, and like
I think that Doja is just truly versatile, and I think that a lot of people cannot compute that. They can't understand that.
She's very versatile,
so they have to say, "Oh, she's a snippet of this person, a snippet of that person." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, I was like, "Damn, Doja ain't win nothing that night too." I was like, "Damn, girl, she ain't bring home no Grammy. She could have." I'm like,
"Damn, home."
Because for Record of the Year, I think Billie Eilish won a Record of the Year, and I was like, damn, I was hoping that even though like I was like, it's either Billie Eilish or Savage, but I'm like, damn, I was hoping Say So had won something, you know what I mean? But
that was one of the biggest like songs of 2020. That song,
it was huge.
That should have won something.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people that snubbed child.
So how do y'all feel about?
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this year, you know how usually people say, "Oh, the Grammys is rigged," and this, that. There's too many, you know, there's too many white people on the board. I just feel like right now, like people don't know the ins and outs of how the Grammys actually works. I feel like right now we have people like Victoria Monet. We have other Black producers and songwriters that are on the board for the Grammys who make these votes for these people to win. So it's like I feel like this year, out of all the years that I've seen, there were more people. I would say it was just more diverse as far as winners and people that were nominated. I think
that yeah, I agree with you when they have more people on the committee, but they still need more. But then also I think that like for the last couple of months, it's been a big like Grammy uproar of them not nominating the right people, you know, snubbing people and like a whole race issue. So I think honestly with this Grammys, I noticed certain things they were trying to like, I don't want to say pander, but they were doing certain things that's like, oh, well, you know, we hear you guys, or, you know, we don't want to be like this. And then also I heard that there's a new chairman or something of the Grammys as well. And then also, because I know Beyonce refused to perform, but she was there for Meghan. And I want to hear what you guys have to say about that too. But the fact that they even showed up though, Beyonce and Jay-Z, because remember last year they snubbed, I think it was last year, the year before last, when it was when did 444 come out? 2 years ago?
4 years, it was probably like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and he got 8 nominations for that, and he didn't win shit.
And that album was fire.
So I think, I don't know if Jay-Z is cool with the new chairman now, or I don't know, but they came, and Jay-Z was there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And then on top of that, them having Trevor Noah be the host, and you know what I'm saying, and of them saying, "Oh, Beyonce has made history of, you know, the most Grammys like by part. such and such and such and such. Let's announce it. Oh, that she made history again." It was very staged. Very right?
Staged and cringeworthy.
Very much so.
Like they have to like, hey guys, we're honoring Beyonce because she's great. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know Beyonce is great. We know that, but it's like, okay, you know, they're trying to be very cognizant of like what's been going on because it's been a whole big thing. But before we get to the Meghan and Beyonce thing, just in general as an artist, Tommi, like don't you notice how like rappers and singers and stuff, they, you know, when they're not nominated, like, oh, I don't care about the Grammys, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. Like, how do you feel about the Grammys in general? This the whole award system in general. Like, how do you feel about that?
I feel like I feel like, you know, we've always idolized, you know, I want to be this great. I want to get on the charts. I want to be able to win this and because, you know, it just shows your accomplishment. But then I feel like once you reach a certain level, either in the career or just with yourself as an artist, like you get so complacent with yourself. It's like you don't idolize these things anymore. There's more important things, like actually gravitating towards the people who are listening, you know what I mean? Or people, you know, resonating with what you put out. And I feel like that's where Beyonce and Jay-Z are. It's like they've reached so many accomplishments in their life. It's like they don't even idolize things like awards anymore. You know what I mean?
You know, they don't need that.
They don't need it. It doesn't change anything really for them. But to me, because I've grown up.
Can I pause you real quick? Do you think that they felt that way all throughout their career? Because, you know, they were front row and center at the Grammys, you know, when they first started popping.
After the Beyonce album.
Which one?
The self-titled Beyonce album.
Okay.
When I saw Pretty Hurts, when she put out the song Pretty Hurts, and you know, there's that scene in the video where there's all these pageant awards, trophies, and she was like smashing them down. I feel like
I remember that.
I feel like that was her expressing like all this pressure just to get a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not really worth it. It's about how you feel, how much of a release you feel as an artist putting out these songs, and who's gravitating towards these songs. You know what I mean? That's the core of it all. The awards and the titles and all of that. That's just the cherries on top.
Mm-hmm.
But in at the core of everything, it's about your passion. It's about you loving your craft and you being able to reach other people. So I think Beyonce, like, especially, she's reached a point in her career. She doesn't need it.
Yeah, but she already has them though. You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, and I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying. I think honestly, one of the big parts of her even being there, her and Jay-Z, is because of Meghan. Honestly, I do.
Oh, that's the only reason they came.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was important for her.
Yeah,
but I feel like for me,
but I do agree with Tommi though.
Yeah, for me, I feel like because I've watched, award shows since I was a little girl, like I would literally be on my VHS recording them. It's something that I do look forward to. You know what I mean? It's just to have a Grammy. I don't know. For me, maybe when I reach that point, and having a Grammy and reaching my level of success, maybe I won't idolize it as much, but it is important to me. Because let's be honest, you get a little more respect as an artist once you have certain accolades under your belt.
Grammy award winning title right in front of your name too. So I'm glad that you're being honest, because I see a lot of like rappers and singers that that definitely have submitted their songs to the Academy that haven't won yet. I'm seeing them say, "Oh, I don't care about this anymore. I don't care about that." They have, but because they haven't won it. You know what I mean? But that's not true. You care. And the fact that you're tweeting this, that means you care.
Right.
Right.
But Tinashe tweeted something out yesterday, and she said that she used to have a picture of the Grammy Award on her lock screen. And she had it on her lock screen for about 7 years. And she said, "I've waited my whole life to be recognized by the Grammys in any way. It has literally been my number one goal. I literally had a Grammy as my lock screen for 7 years and promised myself I wouldn't change it until I won one." So we all know, like, first of all, in general, Tinashe is like this running joke. I don't know why people do it, because like she's talented as fuck, but I guess because like I guess her career, it didn't go the way it should have went. I don't know, whatever. But so she's like this running joke or whatever. And she's she recently became independent, and she released the project Songs for You, which I love so much. But she hasn't won a Grammy yet. Well, I guess she technically won a Grammy with Kaytranada, because Kaytranada, he won a Grammy for his album, and she wrote on one of the songs on his album. So she technically did win an award for that, but she didn't win an award of her own. So I guess she's using that as her satisfaction. But I mean, this tweet right here, I just feel like it's like, it's like, what, whatever, it's not going to happen for me type shit. I mean, let me just like move on from it type of thing. So
I think that post was, you're contradicting yourself, basically. It sounded like she was contradicting herself, because it's like you're saying you don't care, but here you are happy that you got this Grammy. Like, let's be honest. The reason why people say like, oh, like they could be so passionate about something, but because they can't achieve it, they try to psych themselves to make it seem like they don't really want it. And then they end up getting it. Like, girl, just accept this, and like, you manifested this. You had it on your lock screen. I understand, like, you're trying to psych yourself because it was so difficult for you to get the Grammy, but it's like, you got it now. Congratulate yourself.
Be happy with that.
Even if it wasn't your album, something that you wrote on, it was for, I forgot what the award was. Kaytranada for best what?
I think it was like, was it R&B album, or it was something album, alternative R&B or something like that. Okay. I forgot. Let me go
and the fact that she wrote on it,
I'm about to Google it real quick. Hold on.
Technically, you did win a Grammy
because she's featured on one of the songs. So she wrote, because she writes. He won one.
Says be grateful.
He won dance / electronic album. and then dance recording.
Yeah.
So he won 2 Grammys.
Like, come on now. I feel like people really.
I think she's just kind of down because it wasn't for like her own personal like her own music.
Then you keep working.
Maybe, I know, but maybe that just like got her down. Like the first one wasn't even like for her own music. But I mean,
here's
she still had a hand in that.
When it comes to making music, or whatever you do in life, your focus shouldn't be on, I want to make music because I want a Grammy, or I want to make music because I want to be rich. You do it because that's something that you love to do.
If that's your passion, you're gonna do that shit regardless if you get a Grammy.
Right.
How do y'all feel about
Nas just got his.
And that's another thing. That's what I'm saying. Like with the Grammys, it's kind of weird because like y'all just now giving Nas a Grammy after all this time.
Right.
But hold on. How do y'all feel about The Weeknd being snubbed? See, The Weeknd was snubbed, and all
that album
know
is
it. And
great.
we all know it. And on top of that, he was like that. After that, he was like, "Fuck the Grammys." He told his people don't ever submit any more of his songs to the Grammys ever again. Even Drake was saying like, y'all snubbed him. We all thought that he was going to be winning. He had like I think he had a couple songs like that was really big last year.
But that was one of the best albums of last year, literally.
Yeah. So I mean, and he's like, "Fuck it," you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Because I guess because the Grammys told him you either choose between performing for us or the Super Bowl or whatever, and obviously he's gonna pick the Super Bowl, but whatever. But anyway, how do you feel about The Weeknd and his attitude towards it now, Tommy? How do you feel about that? Because we all know that he deserved it. We all know, everyone knows.
I mean,
he had a pure pettiness that the Grammys was like, "No, we're not nominating you for this because you didn't want to perform here." You know what I'm saying? So how do you feel about that?
I can't really speak on that because it's like I don't know how that works. You know what I mean? I don't know if it really was a conversation of, if you don't perform at the Grammys and you choose the Super Bowl over us.
You don't think it's what?
No, because what you were saying was that it was almost as if the Grammys then decided not to have him nominated at all because he chose to perform at the Super Bowl.
No, it's a fact. He said it. It's a fact. His manager said His manager said it. It's a fact. Yeah,
he literally said
it's a fact. Yeah, the Grammys do that. The Grammys snub Nicki Minaj after all those years because she pissed off the chairman because she performed a song that they said don't perform no more or whatever, and like Ariana Grande pissed off the chairman or whoever. She pissed off somebody and she didn't go to the Grammys like a couple years ago because she pissed off somebody and she was like, I'm not going to like let that even. I don't even want to go no more. So it's a fact that they did that to The Weeknd. Yeah.
And that's so fucked up. Because give credit.
Well, it's a fact. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you see what I'm saying? So now it's how can you let this award after things like that, like clear things like that? Like how can someone, I get what you're saying. It's like so many things that can weigh in, but like even after like blatant pettiness like that, how can you hold weight to something like this where it can literally like, you made us mad, okay, fine, no, you can't be nominated no more. How can you even like let that something like that?
But that's why I'm going back into saying that's why I'm going back into saying that like if that's not important, like don't get me wrong, like would I like to have a Grammy? Yes, but that's not the most important thing as an artist. The Weeknd knows the impact that he made.
Everyone
on people
knows.
With his music,
his audience music. And his peers. Drake.
I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about just The Weeknd alone. I don't think y'all understanding what I'm saying. It's like an internal thing, especially when it comes to being a creative. It's an internal thing. It's not about who's acknowledging what. It's about how you feel about your music and knowing that you impacted your fan base. If you know you got that point across, who cares about awards? Who cares?
Yeah, I think he was just annoyed that they were like that they made him choose between the Grammys and the Super Bowl to perform, and then that they snubbed his nominations because he didn't do what they wanted him to do. I think that he was mainly annoyed about that.
It, so
let's really look at it. They're all like organizations, like that's how they work.
But that's the thing. Why even let something like that validate you as an artist? Either way is what I'm saying. You see what I'm
Okay,
saying?
but the thing is that when there's something that's been around for that long, and that has been the standard for, I guess,
Forever.
sharing accolades.
Some things that have been around for a long time aren't always good things, Tommi.
I understand that, but that's why things are changing now. It's
Like
important
racism.
that it's important that people like The Weeknd or Nicki Minaj and Ariana Grande, or even Beyonce and Jay-Z making statements of not choosing not to perform. That's important because now the Grammys knows to switch around some things. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there has to be a tipping point for everyone to have a win-win situation.
I definitely think that their eyes were open this year because, like I mentioned to you before, like the way they were acting with certain things with Beyonce and this and that. And then also this was like one of the lowest rating award shows. It only had 8.8 million viewers.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I just watched the YouTube performances today.
Yeah, on YouTube and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
But I mean, I watched the show because I was interested in like the outfits and performances, like I said before. But then also, I wanted to quickly say this though. I saw this this thread on Instagram. They were just highlighting artists that made a huge impact in music that never won a Grammy. So I'm gonna just go through this real quick. So it says Snoop Dogg, who has 16 nominations and 0 wins. Brian McKnight is the artist with the second most Grammy nominations, with 0 wins. 17 nominations. Nas has 14 Grammy nominations with 0 wins, which could change tonight if he won his first Grammy, whatever. We saw that. Katy Perry has 13 Grammy nominations with 0 wins. Katy Perry.
Okay. And she got bops.
And then but in addition to that, it says Katy Perry has 13 Grammy nominations with 0 wins. However, she does hold the record for the artist with the most diamond singles. Firework, Roar, Dark Horse. You see? Fighting over. Diana Ross won the Lifetime Achievement Award in 2012, but never won a Grammy despite her 12 nominations. Diana Ross, child. Busta Rhymes has earned 12 Grammy nominations, 0 wins. Despite being the highest selling female rapper of all time, Nicki Minaj has 10 Grammy nominations with 0 wins. Tupac is one of the most legendary rappers of all time, yet he earned 6 Grammy nominations and 1 0. Notorious B.I.G., one of the greatest rappers of all time, only received 4 Grammy nominations and 1 0. Bob Marley never received a Grammy nomination in his lifetime. However, he earned 2 20 years after his death and won the Lifetime Achievement Award in 2001. And I remember, didn't Rihanna and Bruno Mars do a Bob Marley tribute or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Well, just wanted to read that for you guys. But I feel you though. I feel you.
I mean, like I said, I feel you. It's up to you. It's up to the artist to or whoever to idolize these things. At the end of the day, it's about the impact that you as an artist are making on the music industry and just on the world. And
Lil Wayne also said fuck the Grammys, and he won. I think he won a couple of Grammys. Actually, he won. What do you want? He won about 5. He won about 5 Grammys and said fuck the Grammys. No, that's right. But I guess but then again, you already have a Grammy, so I was like, anyway, yeah. Well. Anywho, so
I'm on the level of I would love to be on the level, I guess, in the mind state of Beyonce and Jay-Z. Did you guys see the when Meghan actually got the award and Trevor made the announcement? Did y'all see Jay-Z's reaction?
I remember you telling me about his face, but he had a mask on, so I didn't really know. But Jay-Z.
No, he gave this gesture like, y'all really, like, really, like this pissed off gesture.
I didn't catch that.
I didn't see, but now I'm curious.
But I'm glad that Meghan had her moment, and you can really tell that Beyonce and Jay-Z really fuck with her. They really care about her.
I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah, and it was really
Meghan
cool.
is signed to Jay-Z's label.
I mean, a lot of people are signed to Rock Nation.
I've
only see a handful of people that he actually publicly really, Rihanna, Kanye West, and Meghan. Honestly, I don't really, a lot of people are signed to Rock Nation.
Yeah.
But But I really love how Beyonce, try to let Meghan have her moment. I think that Beyonce was a little annoyed though, because I'm like, she wanted it
I'm
to
sure
be
she
about
was.
Meghan. She wanted it to be about Meghan, but of course they had to say what they said. But I
they
will
need
say this.
Beyonce for ratings.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I loved that someone on Twitter pulled up an old tweet from Megan Thee Stallion from back in 2014, where it was like one of those things like where I started, where I am now type shit. So the tweet is from May 27, 2014. Megan said, I need a team because I promise this rap shit gonna take off for me. And here we are now. You see that?
She mad
Hard work and
shit.
dedication. That really gives you hope, right?
It does.
Yeah.
Because she spoke that shit into existence. She said
And
it would
she's
happen.
talented too.
And look where she's at now. She made it.
How do y'all feel about the Silk Sonic thing though? This the group in general, the whole collaboration.
Obsessed, 1,000 times obsessed.
I
played that song like 10 times today.
How do y'all feel about them paying homage to like the old school music? Because I know that Bruno Mars, they hated him for a little while because of the whole quote unquote cultural appropriation thing. But how y'all feel about that though?
I think that I love them together.
Mm-hmm.
I really love their group together. I can't wait to hear this album. I hope that this album that they're doing is not like a one and done thing. I want them to continue. Danielle, I love R&B in general, but even I listen to Ozzy Brothers and OJs and like old shit like that anyway. So this is like right down my alley, first off. And then, people say appropriate Black culture or whatever, but I think I look at it I look at it more so as he pays homage instead of just appropriating. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he's not out here just blackfishing or nothing. Like so, I love Bruno Mars, like one of my favorite artists. I think his his vocals, like, oh my god, it's not too many artists out here right now.
He has so much control.
That can match him. He's literally out of everybody that's like mainstream right now. He's unmatched.
He has so much control.
I watched that performance a million times today.
That's right. And did you love the whole little effect they had on the screen too? That whole 70s effect where they had like the main person there and like the background. Ooh, I loved it. And the whole switcheroo thing they did with the mic and I loved it. I loved it.
I didn't think you would be that happy with it. I mean, they did great, but you know how like you don't listen to art, like you're not into R&B that much. Like you say, you don't really listen to it a lot. So I didn't think you would like it that much.
Oh, I love it. I don't. What I'm saying is like R&B. I can't do it for too long because it gets me real emotional, and I don't want to be sad. But I appreciate R&B. Like I love it. Like I love one sample that I love so much. One old school sample that I love is the my life.
Yes.
That's my shit. I love it. I love that.
Yes, that's classic.
That's my shit.
You're hilarious.
Yes. That's my shit. I love that shit. Okay. Any more things about the Grammys before we move on?
Nope, that's it for me.
I think that's it. Yeah, we said everything we cared about.
All right. So real quick though, Candace Owens is like dragging Cardi B on Twitter like right now, saying that like, the WAP performance was outrageous and it was disgusting and just all the, whatever, all the
I liked it.
things. First of all, Candace Owens, like, I'm gonna say this again, like she needs a good, like deep condition, a nice trim, a hot oil treatment. Because it's always like I always see hair out of place. I don't know if it's a white person that does her hair or someone that's non-black. Her hair is awful. It's disgusting. Split ends all across the board.
Wait a minute. Who?
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens.
It's this black woman, this black Republican that's like she trolls, like she's like the black Tommy Line.
Oh yes, I do
like
know
she
who that is.
It's always a hair out of place with her. It's just too much. I can't stand
her. It's always dry. Every time you see her hair dry shit.
It's just yuck. And then so like her and Cardi B go back and forth like every like few months. They're doing it right now on Twitter, and I roll my eyes because I'm just over it. I think that's. It's just weird. I think she's in love with her or something. I don't know. But it's just the fact that, like, once again, like I just feel like Cardi B just gives things too much attention.
Oh, we said that time and time again.
Why? They're like going back. They're writing paragraphs right now to each other on Twitter. It's just a lot.
I'm getting on right. I'm about to look.
Yeah. It's a lot. I'm just saying, but then again, I'm not like a mega Cardi B. I'm not a mega Cardi B star, so it's like, it's easy for me to say, like, just ignore it. But it's like, damn, like, I don't know.
Certain things I just certain things I would just ignore. I wouldn't even say anything.
Because how many times are you going to defend WAP? Like, ever since it came out, she has the people say the same dumb shit.
I mean, I can understand that because I look at music, every song as my baby. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do anything I can to defend it. But there's just certain things. It gets to a point where people are always going to have an opinion about you or whatever you do, especially when you're in the limelight, especially now, today, the way social media is. So it's like you're hearing all of these voices. It's up to you to cancel it out. And I just think that Cardi still hasn't reached that point where she can cancel out everything.
Yeah,
that she hears.
She'll go on rants about like the smallest, dumbest thing.
Yes.
But yes, I
that's Libra. Isn't Cardi a Libra?
I thought she was an Aquarius. Oh, maybe she is on Libra.
I don't even know her birthday.
I think a Libra is October. She's like her birthday is October something.
Libra is October.
She's a Libra.
You're a Libra.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Libra energy.
Yeah, once again, Candace Owens needs some sort of like hot oil. I don't know, some shea butter or something. It's dry, split ends everywhere.
I had a teacher like that, and I told her hair was fucking dry because she failed our whole class because she said that we want her to teach summer school, and we said no, and she failed the whole. Everybody that said no, she failed the class. She failed every person. So I told her hair was fucking dry.
She's one of those like self-hating Black women that like always get a perm and like their hair is so damaged that they always get perms and shit, and they don't have like a Black woman take care of their hair. And then on top of that, like I don't know, just get like a wet set or something, or like a roller set or something. I don't know.
No, she need to do a protective style and all that shit and call it a day.
She would never.
I know, but her hair needs it, babe.
Ooh, Lord. Oh, put on a wig, shit. So. All right, so this is okay. So, did we talk about the Meghan Markle stuff last episode, Tommy, or not?
No, I don't think we did.
We glazed over it a bit.
We did on Clubhouse.
I don't really plan on getting into it too much, honestly. I mean, if y'all know, Meghan Markle went on the interview with Oprah and talked about the racism in the what is it, the castle? What do you call it? I don't know.
The Royal Palace.
The palace. Sorry.
No, they
the
call
Royal
it
Palace.
Like the institution.
The monarchy?
Yeah, they call it the institution, or they call it the monarchy. They call it both of them. Like, I don't.
Okay. Well, so she discussed like her hardships in the racism and them asking if the baby's gonna be too dark and all that stuff. Y'all know, whatever. Anyway, so Piers Morgan quit his show like last week or so because he was like going on Meghan, and like the guests that were there on the show with him was like were explaining to him like you're being racist and you dismissing the issues that she's talking about, like it's racist, a form of racism and things like that. Whatever. He threw a temper tantrum on live TV and stormed off. Come to find out, I guess Piers Morgan like asked Meghan Markle out on a date one time, I guess, and I guess like she kind of curved him, I guess. I don't know. But whatever. So that's that thing, whatever. So anyway, Piers Morgan is also British, I guess. Anywho, Sharon Osbourne who's also British and actually close friends with Piers Morgan. She had a temper tantrum on her show as well, on live TV as well. So I'm going to play a little clip of it. Mind you, Sharon Osbourne is one of the hosts of The Talk. And let me pull it up real quick. The Talk, I think Eve used to be on The Talk too. First of all, I think she was. But first of all, when it comes to these shows like The Talk and I'm not going to say The View, because I feel like The View is authentic to their age group. But when it comes to like The Talk and like The Real and stuff, like I always feel like it's a whole bunch of like aunties talking about young shit and like them not understanding the young shit that they talk about. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I hate when Lonnie Love be saying certain things. I'm like, you don't even understand what's going on.
He's talking younger to appeal to a younger demographic. And
I'm not age shaming. I just feel like when I say auntie, I mean like an auntie mindset. Like you just don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, The Talk. I was trying to pull up the cast, but Google's not working fast enough for me. But anyway, yes, Sharon Osbourne, and Cheryl Underwood is also on there, and some other white people on here. Roseanne's daughter was on there too, and whatever. Anywho, so I'm gonna play the clip real quick, y'all, of Sharon Osbourne going off. She was actually asking, like, what was the issue with Piers Morgan expressing himself, and like, how was it racist, and blah blah blah. So I'm going to play it for you guys right now.
You tell me where you have heard him say, educate me. Tell me when you have heard him say racist things. Educate me. Tell me.
It is not the exact words of racism. It's the implication and the reaction to it. To not want to address that because she is a Black woman and to try to dismiss it.
This is the situation.
Yeah, so that's Cheryl, and let me see something real quick, because there was a longer clip. There was a longer clip where she was like going at Cheryl, and and she was like, tell me, and don't you start crying, because I should be the one that's crying, the whole like
that's
white
where
woman.
I had a problem.
So, and then Cheryl Underwood, she is, a dark-skinned woman. She's known for like being a comedian. I think she was on the Jamie Foxx show. Oh, my bad. That's the wrong Black lady. Sorry, y'all. But yes, I think she's actually, let me Google her real quick. Is she a comedian or not? I get her mixed up with what's her name?
Woohoo.
The one from Jamie Foxx
with
show.
Lonnie Love.
No, not Lonnie Love, the other one.
I thought you were going to say Lonnie Love.
No, oh hell no, I wasn't going to say her. Let me see. She's an American comedian. Yeah, she's a comedian. But anywho, she was on Beauty Shop, I think.
Oh, Cheryl was? I don't remember.
Sure, yeah, she was on Beauty Shop. Yeah, she was on Beauty Shop. She was on Comic View. She was on I Got the Hookup.
Angie, not Angie Stone. I know exactly who you're talking about, but I don't remember her name.
Mm-hmm. Cheryl Underwood is her real name.
Interesting.
Yeah, so she's on the talk.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you see the clip, y'all, Sharon is like, being irate and just being really aggressive. And why is it racist? How is it? And Cheryl, as a Black woman, I'm so happy for her, because she was sitting there very calm, because she had to be, because if she matched Sharon's energy, the point would have been across. It would have been a new headline.
She would have been a mad Black woman.
A heated argument between so and so, and Cheryl was being things like that. But she had to be angry. She had to be calm. She had to be composed, because if she matched her energy, it would have been a whole nother story.
And I take my head off to Cheryl. I take my head off to Cheryl, because I don't know if I could have been as calm as her ass. Maybe at the beginning, but eventually I would have been like, "Look, bitch." Like, oh man.
And this reminded me of it. This just reminded me of like how, how someone is like caught in a lie. Like you catch someone in a lie, or you're calling somebody out on their bullshit, and then they start just like screaming at you because like they're wrong, but they just want to cover it up. They're lying, but they're screaming at you and just saying it gave me very much that. It gave me that. Same. But so Holly Robinson Peete, she was actually a former co-host on the talk, and she said that one time Sharon Osbourne called her ghetto and was was actually responsible for her getting fired from the talk. So let me see. She says, let me go over here.
Well, first, can I say that Sharon, I think that Sharon, she did later apologize on her Instagram, and of course, but she didn't understand the depth of the situation. And it was just the fact that she was saying like, tell me how this is, how you're saying that this is racist. But you're contradicting and also saying like, and don't you dare start crying. I know you said that already, but I don't know. It's like, why was she so quick to just pounce and support
because
Piers
when it
Morgan?
comes to white people and racism, they're so concerned about you calling them racist. They're so concerned about,
and that was her main concern,
racist and not why the situation is racist. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what that was. But she's racist. It's racist, but like, you know what I mean? That's what it is. Like, you're part of the problem. They're so concerned about being called racist, but they're not concerned about why this thing is racist. So that's why she's acting like that's what they all do. That's what they all do. It's like how Piers Morgan stormed off. And then also she was trying to say like, yeah, Pierce Morgan is my friend. He's not racist. Da 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 da. Girl, I saw some clips online of him mocking like Asian people and how they talk and shit like that. So it's like, well, girl, please.
He was like
old
chung
ass.
chung 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 or whatever.
And then also like y'all are from like the UK, like y'all are from England or London or whatever. Like that's like they colonized. Those are the most racist people that you can be. Like, how
clearly they are.
You act like it's because you're from London or whatever the fuck you're from that you can't be racist. No, y'all niggas invented racism. But anyway, but yeah, so Holly Robinson Peete, she spoke out about how Sharon Osbourne was responsible for her getting fired. And then when Holly Robinson spoke out, Sharon Osbourne shared a screenshot on Twitter where I guess when Holly Robinson got let go, Holly sent a nice email to Sharon, I guess saying that she misses her and wishing her well or whatever. But that was before she found out that Sharon had a hand in her getting fired. So she said, but then so a reporter came back. I forgot his name. I'm so sorry, y'all. But a reporter came back and was like, Sharon, you're not giving the full proof. This was before Holly found out that you were responsible for getting her fired. This is not the full email because when she found out 3 months later that you got her fired, she sent you another email. Show that one. You see what I'm saying? But how is Holly Robinson Peete ghetto? What makes her ghetto? You see what I'm
nothing
saying?
about her that
exactly.
Ghetto
they
at
see
all,
skin tone. You see what I'm saying? And then also, I was watching Impressive TV. I love that YouTube channel. I was watching Impressive TV, and they were covering this whole issue, and they were saying how Sharon Osbourne one time she said that remember when Justin Bieber was pissing in buckets and shit?
Hello? Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. So I guess his whole height of him trying to be, I don't know, some hood nigga or some shit. I don't know, whatever. But she released a statement saying yeah, he needs to stop doing this. He needs to get help. He needs to realize that he's not black or whatever the fuck. She was equating his bad behavior to blackness. Yep. You see what I'm saying? I remember when this was a long time ago. Remember when Justin Bieber, he wore some Chanel ski mask, or it was some designer ski mask, right? And Kelly Osbourne was like, "You're a terrorist." Remember when Kelly Osbourne was on Fashion Police? Yeah. And Justin Bieber with that damn Chanel ski mask or whatever. She's like, I don't like this. He looks like a terrorist, and she had to come back and apologize for it.
Interesting. You see what I'm saying? Did not know that.
Just because you don't realize you're being racist doesn't mean you're not being racist.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to understand why what you're saying is racist. It's not okay. You equating his bad behavior to being black. It's not okay. You know what I'm saying? So you know how it's like the white woman victim thing. She's going her saying that she should be the one that's crying. What the fuck? What type of entitled bullshit is that?
Yeah, it sounded very.
She should be crying.
Yeah.
And the thing on top of that, the thing is Meghan Markle was sitting right there with her husband, with Prince Harry, talking to Oprah, and Prince Harry was the one that told Meghan about the whole skin comment. So is he lying?
I don't think.
I don't think
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So right now, CBS is, the talk is currently on hiatus, and CBS is doing a further internal investigation. So all these receipts are rolling out. So I guess this is what it is. Fire her ass.
I want her to get fired.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you guys? Did you hear about Meghan Markle's father?
No, what happened?
Do you guys know the relationship? So apparently, he was being interviewed, and supposedly, Meghan Markle and the father are clashing right now. I don't know all the details as to why, but he did say, he said, I don't think the royal palace is racist. He said, I would just hope that it was just a bad joke type of thing.
How was that a joke?
Her father's is white.
That's not a joke.
Yeah, and I feel like people have been pointing out Meghan to be this narcissistic person and all of these things, painting her to be a bad person and saying that, she's distant from her whole family. And I think she's distant from her, certain family members because they are like-minded like the father.
Yeah. Yeah. They think just because they procreate with Black people or you have mixed kids that you can be
I
racist.
think
You
that
can still
doesn't
be
make them
racist and have
racist.
black kids.
Exactly.
When he said, I would have hoped that it was just,
hope that it was a joke.
A bad joke.
What type of joke is that? It's not a joke, period.
That's not a joke.
It's not a joke, period. And why is it so hard to believe that British people are racist? How is that hard to believe?
Anybody can be racist.
Because they carry this pristine image and overly so conservative.
If you know anything about history, why is it hard to believe that British people are racist? Of course,
now these things are coming out, but like in total, they like to make themselves look like the pristine, clean image type of thing. So that's why. But we know their whole palace is based off of.
If you know anything about history, again, why is it hard to believe?
And another thing that I found out that I think her name is either Queen Charlotte or Princess Charlotte. She's part of the royal ancestry, and she's actually black. She's mixed race black. Yes.
Oh, wow.
So that's why
I'm
just like, you guys know you have other races in your family, right?
They don't care. They
not care.
They was raping slaves. They don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
Somebody probably got raped.
Probably so. That's what it's giving.
All in all, I'm happy for Meghan and Harry now. I watched a bit more of the interview, and they have a house in LA, which is a few blocks away from Oprah, and they have like a kitchen, a chicken coop, and they have multiple dogs, like this little mini farm. It's like, wow, you could tell they're happy.
Why don't you want to have a healthy lifestyle for your family? You see what I'm saying? And like, it's just the whole like news coverage of it all. Like, just like, us as Americans, like we understand the issue. I think when it came to like more so like the overseas reporters and stuff, like the overseas coverage, they were really upset about it. I guess because like it's their like kingdom and shit. Whatever.
Right.
I don't mean to sound ignorant, y'all, but
yeah,
like why is it like and the thing is like it's Prince Harry. I mean, Harry is with her. Like you have to know that it's bad. Harry is sitting there right next to her, and he's like, "I'm getting my family out of this." Like, why y'all all mad at her? He's with her. Like he's saying the same thing. He told her.
Well, they're saying behind her back. It's because they're gonna think that Meghan brainwashed him or
girl, please
led him astray from the family.
It can't just be that he loved her.
Astray from royalty, astray from girl, please.
Yeah, that's yeah.
What bullshit is that?
It's ridiculous.
He can't just love his fucking wife.
He just a real nigga.
Apparently not. Because think about it, it's really business. It's all business.
He gave up the throne.
When it comes to them,
He sure did.
Yeah. So,
and honestly,
they look very happy, though. They look very happy.
That's a very tough making decision to leave the royal palace.
That's his whole. He's been there his whole life.
Like,
he left his entire life behind, literally.
Yeah.
And they were doing some damage control, girl. They had was it Prince William? What's the one that got married to Kate? Is that William?
Prince William, yeah.
Yeah, they had he did a whole little press conference and shit, and had like some random black lady walking behind them, and we're not racist. We're not da 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 da. With her like this random black lady with this African print outfit on.
Oh Lord.
She was just placed there.
Who said what? Yeah, prop.
She's a fucking prop. Literally, they paid her so much money to just be there.
Walk behind us.
I could be around black people.
Is she your maid or something? Like, so who is? Like, they should who is she to you? They should have asked her that shit. Who is this? Who is this black?
Right. So she didn't go entourage. Who is she? What she do? What's your job?
Anywho, that's all I gotta say about them. But on the British tip though, did y'all see Ari posted up in this designer dress? Apparently she's gonna be featured in Vogue, or she's gonna be in Vogue at some point.
Ari Fletcher.
Yeah. Did y'all see that?
I did.
Yeah, and so people were like saying, like, "Girl, you a whole Instagram model. You ain't nobody's Vogue. You lying, blah 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 blah," and discrediting her and things like that. But I don't. They were trying to say that she was lying about being on the cover, but I don't see anywhere in her caption that says like she was going to be on the cover. There's a picture of her. It's a picture of her in this like elegant gown, and she's. So this is the caption. She says, "Really lost for words. Ari for Vogue, British Vogue. Thankful. So thankful. Huge thanks to House of Treviance. I think I'm saying it right. Yeah. House of Treviance for helping me be a part of this amazing magic. You work so hard and it shows through every piece of this fabric you touch. The official release is in April. I just found out today that I'll be in the May issue as well. Wow, I can't wait to give all my family and friends official copies of the magazine. The idea of this book is urban editorial. So dope."
Exactly. So now once that bitch say she was on the cover.
Yeah, and also I guess it's like, I guess with magazines, people pay for like advertising and stuff. So I guess like the designer paid for like the advertised placement in the magazine for their outfits and stuff. And then also the collection is called Urban Editorial. And even though I hate the word urban, apparently, obviously like when it comes to urban, they think of like black and like curvy girls and things like that. And Ari Fletcher, she fits that quote unquote urban aesthetic. So the curvy girl, the Instagram model girl. So, it makes sense for them to use someone like her for as a model for their clothes. So, and then also some white woman said something. It says fashion editor at British Vogue. Her name is Brooklyn Hannah Jagger. She says, being on an advertising section is very different from being featured in our publication. Anyone can purchase advertising space in our class fields. Using a fake font of our masthead to insinuate you are in our publication's coveted cover space is incredibly insulting to our actual cover stars. She was simply a model in designer's paid advertising space. Yeah. So, like I said before, she never said she's on anyone's cover. And then also, is featured in Vogue. So why not make a promo graphic for
That's
Instagram
what I'm saying.
with the Vogue logo as a watermark?
People are acting like they wouldn't do that themselves.
You know what I'm saying?
So I will say, when I first saw it, it was a little deceiving because I automatically thought that she was just on the cover. If it was a feature, I feel like they should have replaced, the Vogue sign or something, just so people can know that it's not the cover, but that she's in the magazine. Usually when people post like, "Oh, I'm in the magazine," you see the article and you see like the words and everything, but you don't see the actual cover of the Vogue
big logo.
I think that was very deceiving.
Usually when it's just a photo, they'll have like the logo small in the corner somewhere on the bottom.
Yeah, I thought that was a little,
I do agree with that.
Yeah,
I do agree with that, but still, people are acting like they wouldn't put that watermark there to say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be in." Like, if you're going to be in Vogue, you're going to tell the whole world that you're going to be in Vogue. Like,
oh no, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
I don't care if it's on a damn corner of a damn advertisement. I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a hell. If I'm going to be in Vogue, the world is going to know that I'm going to be in Vogue.
Yeah, and I also think that I get what you're saying, Tommy. It could be a bit deceiving or whatever, and there is room for like deception or whatever. But also, I think it's a deeper problem too when it comes to this. Like they're trying to say that Ari would never be good enough to be in Vogue because Vogue is like known to be like this elegant and prestige publication, and I think that Ari, is like one of the Instagram girls, when it comes to like the Black Chinas and Amber Roses and things like that, but I felt like if this was Kim Kardashian or somebody or some white girl that had the same body as Ari, no one would blink twice, type of thing, because she would be quote unquote exotic and things like that. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, I feel like in the fashion world, I think Ari definitely should promote the fact, or be congratulating herself and flaunt the fact that she's in Vogue because that's
she was asked by a designer.
Right, asked by a designer to be in there. And I feel like the fact that Ari was purposely asked to be it is because we know if we see Ari in Vogue, it's changing what the standard of beauty looks like.
Exactly.
And I mean, I know on IG the standard of beauty is Ari. In you know, actual fashion houses, the standard of beauty is, you know, a slimmer and taller form. We know that. But the fact that, you know, this designer wanted her is changing the standard of beauty. And also, I feel like there was another point that I was gonna make, but I kind of forgot. But I don't know. I just feel like people should cut Ari some slack on that. Cut her some slack. Yeah. You know?
I think
the standard of beauty is changing. Yeah, it was.
They
should
definitely cut her some slack. I don't think it was as serious as people made it.
I will say though, Ari isn't. I don't think Ari holds, you know, a placement in as far as being, you know, close with all of these designers to be like, you know, known as a fashion icon to be featured in Vogue. No, I don't think that. Like Cardi B, we know Cardi B has that title because she worked hard to build relationships with these designers. You know what I mean? Rihanna worked and built a relationship with these designers. But I feel like for an Instagram model, no. But at the same time, I feel like it's just changing the standard of what Vogue is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more like petty thing that I'm not really sure about, but I'm just going to say it anyway because I think it sometimes. So how do y'all feel about Demi Lovato? She has a new project coming out called Dancing with the Devil, the Art of Starting Over. And just for the past few years, I know that she, battled drug addiction and she went into rehab, and I think she had a suicide moment, like a attempt suicide moment. But I don't know if I should say this or not, but I think that when it comes to like these white pop girls, like the Selena Gomez's and the Demis and the Taylor Swift, the Taylor Swifts and stuff, I feel like I noticed like a pattern of like this like victim narrative, if that makes sense. I just feel like it's always some rollout of like a victim. I have to overcome this. And the thing is, like, I know it's music and it's your art and you're telling your story through your art, and you probably are going through these certain things. But I just feel like when it comes to like when it comes to like the white pop girls, I just feel like it's like this trend of like the victim narrative. Am I reaching?
Because Taylor Swift is like the queen of it.
Am I reaching, y'all? What you think,
No,
Tommy?
I don't think you're reaching.
You see, like, there's always because Demi Lovato has a couple of YouTube documentaries about. It's always about something that overcame or something. She had to overcome.
But it always has to do with some type of
like weird, like sadness or something like that. Like this is like her because she has a documentary coming out on YouTube.
This is like number 3, I think.
Yeah,
but isn't that her life?
Yeah, it's her life. But I see what Danielle is saying. But I mean, like you said, this is the shit she's going through or went through. So she wants to tell her story because, like,
it's a continuous.
It's still parts of the story that everybody doesn't know. So she about to lay everything out on the table.
Yeah, I feel like it's one of those for Demi. It's one of those things where it's an ongoing thing. Like you can't just like have an addiction and then automatically stop. Sometimes after you stop your addiction, there's always going to be trials and tribulations that you're going to go through. And I just feel like Demi's one of those people
she relapsed.
Yeah, she did. And
she
the thing is, she's very open with her story. Very open. And I will say that it is common with a lot of pop stars, especially when it comes to like when it's artists that come from like Disney or like Nickelodeon or things like that. It's definitely a common thing. I think that's just a mental thing, coming from being a child star to trying to figure out how to be your adult self. I feel like that's a mental health internal thing. But the fact that it's so common, it means it just goes to show that these childhood shows, or when you're a childhood star, they definitely need therapy early on to be able to go through their different stages of life, because they're always in the limelight. They're always going to be in the limelight. And for Demi, I don't know. I kind of applaud her for speaking her truth. Yeah, for some people it may be overbearing or like just for publicity stunt.
Yeah.
But I don't.
I don't get that she's faking anything.
I was trying to be careful with the way I said it because I still wanted this to be like a discussion piece. Because I was trying to be really careful about it, but I understand what you're saying. I understand this is real life too. I just think that sometimes there's certain things I feel like are very commercialized. But I definitely feel what you're saying. I definitely think that she, I've never been addicted to drugs before, so I definitely feel like, I guess she's like, just bringing awareness to it. And luckily, she has a big platform that YouTube is on her side, so it's like a trilogy of like, her just going through the motions, I guess. I was just wondering how y'all felt about that, though. Because sometimes it can seem commercialized with certain people.
Definitely.
I'm a big
if you're doing a lot of documentaries on it, like, but then again, it's
not even documentaries. Just a song in general, in like the video for the song. You know what I'm saying? Just certain things that are placed.
You're saying
just certain things that are placed in.
If that's the place that she's in her life, if that's what the music
that's
is,
I'm not just talking about her. I'm just saying in general when it comes to the white pop girls. I don't just see it with Demi, but like again, I will say that Demi. It may be more genuine when it comes to Demi, but when it comes to other girls, I don't know. I just feel like it's just certain things. I see a trend of certain things when it comes to the.
I agree with that too. Because like I said, Taylor Swift is the queen of that shit. Taylor Swift cries and prays the victim for every little damn thing in life. If she took a test and got a B instead of an A, she gonna cry and make a song about it. Like Taylor Swift, I think she's one of the people that cries about every fucking thing. And I can't stand Taylor Swift. I'm sorry.
Taylor Swift definitely has her.
I'm a big Demi
especially
fan.
when she expressed about her boyfriends, her ex-boyfriends. She's always writing a song about.
Oh, y'all, I forgot.
And it's never her. It's never her. They're always
forgot to Taylor. I forgot to bring this up.
What?
She was mad at Netflix because there's some show on Netflix that said that it was you know what I mean? It was some show on Netflix and they said that something about like you go through more men than Taylor Swift or some shit that was said. And she was mad at Netflix and she was like, how dare you guys? I'm a woman and women this and women that. And da, 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 da. Like last month, I think, and I rolled my eyes so hard, girl. I was like, this white woman.
That's like when she told Kanye he could use her in that damn video or music. Like we all heard the phone conversation. She said sure, and then all of a sudden he didn't tell me what he was going to do in the video, and you didn't ask either, bitch.
The song,
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but she was mad at Netflix and made it a whole thing about like women this and women that. It was literally just a fucking corny fucking joke on a fucking.
I feel like at the same time. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but this is really quick. I saw and I don't know what happened. My phone been acting up, and I could have sworn I saved this TikTok video, but it was a picture Taylor Swift took with the fan, and it was this little black girl. She probably was like 6 or 7. And Taylor Swift took a picture with the girl because she was a huge fan, and behind, like, Taylor Swift was like hugging her from the side, and her hand behind her. Her hand, the way she had her hand was like she didn't really want to touch the little girl. So this guy that said he used to be Taylor Swift's security guard, he was like, yeah, he said I used to be a security guard. She really doesn't like black people. That shit, that's not no coincidence. It's not a lie. Taylor Swift does not like black people for real.
I believe it.
And that's exactly what I said. And that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I believe it. Like, and let me tell you, when Taylor Swift when she first came out, when she was like 18 or 19, or when she first got big, I'll say, I liked her. I like that. That little country pop crossover shit. I was into it. She got like a good 3 songs that I still play and be a bop. But like, fuck Taylor Swift overall. I can't stand Taylor
You know
Swift
what song I will go off at though? We are never ever ever.
Yeah, that's my shit. I don't care.
But not like
we.
Yeah, so like what I mean, like when I see certain things when it comes to these white girls, like they'll have like Taylor will have like Todrick Hall in her videos, and like Todrick ass will be sitting there on Twitter defending her about some whack ass Netflix joke.
But you know what, y'all? I think I have a different view on it, only because. Okay, so I feel like when you're saying like white pop stars and things like that, I feel like they always, when it comes to white, we're talking about white artists, they have a platform where they have free will to speak, you know, their truth or express their feelings on things.
Right.
And you know, they're going to speak their truth on their mental health or their addictions or like, you know, trials and tribulations that they go through. But I feel like with Black artists, when it comes to R&B or hip hop and soul and things like that, I feel like we're always making either like we stick to our love songs or our heartbreak songs, but we don't really talk about like the songs that don't reach charts for Black people is the songs when we're talking about our like internal like issues. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? Because I feel like there's a lot of like Black artists that have like Black Lives Matter anthems that go big, like the Little Baby song, or like
oh yeah,
I think a lot of
I'm
like
saying nowadays,
yes,
but I feel like before this whole, you know, era of Black Lives Matter, I feel like, you know, it was almost if a Black person were to try to make a song like that, it wouldn't go anywhere.
A song like what?
So you're saying like it's kind of gimmicky how, you know, these white artists are, you know, creating these songs
like
where
equality records or like having certain people in their videos and things like that.
Yeah, and talking about addiction or whatever issues that they go through. Mm-hmm. I feel like with Black people, it's almost as if like a sticking to what you know type of thing. Because if I feel like if a Black person were to make a song like that, it's like, oh my gosh, okay, here we go. Is a Black person got something else to say about this?
I disagree. I think a lot of Black music talks about
more
the hardships of whatever.
I don't think it gets recognized.
I know I can find a like Lil Wayne
over
song
time,
that all the
like
white boys can lip sync to.
No, not on the platform that white people get acknowledged for. Look, I mean, here's a perfect example. Did y'all see Billie Holiday versus the United States?
I didn't
get to watch it yet. That's like on my list.
Y'all gotta see that movie because Strange Fruit wasn't just. It wasn't just a song about, you know, slavery and lynching and things like that. It became a threat to the U.S. government. It became a whole threat, and they did whatever they could to silence.
We're talking about like, what's that, the 1960s or something?
No, but you're saying an example.
About over
that's
time,
an example, and over time, that's what's been happening. It's like, okay, for Black artists, stick to what you know. Sing your love songs. Even still now, stick to what you know. Sing your love songs. But when it comes to speaking up about, you know, our piece of things that we go through, it's not getting that limelight as much.
Because even like you mentioned,
of course, we have Lil Baby singing his song. Beyonce, you know, is sharing the piece. Kendrick Lamar, now. But you have to look at the conditioning that happened in the past for it to be this way in the music industry. That was the standard. Okay, Black, y'all stick to your soul and sing about love and all of that.
But I feel like your example is very 50s, 60s. I'm talking about stuff in like the 2000s, 2010s, and things like that.
So I think your example goes with
like the 50s and 60s.
I don't think so. Because even before
up until now.
Even before Kendrick Lamar started speaking his piece and Beyonce, who were other people? What are some other songs that you know is a world hit where it was a successful hit where people, Black people are expressing their piece on something?
A world like, so the thing is like your Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar, those are mainstream artists.
Right. And Taylor Swift is a mainstream artist. Demi Lovato is a mainstream artist. You see what I'm saying?
But they're still like it's okay. I feel like
no. I mean, when I'm
saying when Black people do it, it's more genuine versus white people doing it. I don't want to see Taylor Swift having Todrick Hall or whatever drag queen in her video, because I know that it's very, because they don't live that oppression. So I don't really believe it as much as I would believe it from a Kendrick or a Beyonce, who are Black people that are oppressed in certain ways.
But that boils down into what we can relate to.
What do you mean? Because what do you mean? What do you mean? Because like
it's hard for you to
think that it's hard for you to think that a white person panders to like oppressed groups.
Oh, no. What I'm saying is, especially in Demi Lovato's case, right? The original topic was Demi Lovato and like her expressing, you know, her depression and her addictions and relapsing on all of that was kind of looking commercialized, right?
I was saying I was using her as an example but I was but I was using her as an example and I told you it was a trend of that
at the same time.
The
remember when you said you also said that she has addictions and that's something you can't relate to. Remember you said that. That's
I said that. Yes,
that's something we can't relate to. So of course we're looking at it like, girl, you're not even really going through nothing because the things that Black people go through, it's real. What you're going through is really nothing.
I'm not saying the reason I said that was because I'm not saying, oh, girl, you ain't doing that, whatever. I believe that I know she was addicted. I know she committed suicide. I know she went through rehab. What I'm saying, I'm talking about the whole commercialized aspect of it. It being commercialized, the delivery of it, the way it's wrapped up and packaged, and I'm talking about the trend of it when it comes to the Selena Gomez, the Taylor, all the white girls that have this privilege. You see what I'm saying? I know with Demi, okay. That's fine.
Okay.
But when it comes to the commercial of it, When it comes with the marketing and the commercial of it, yeah, I know she was an actual drug addict. Yes, I believe that. I understand.
So what's a way that you would want it to see, how you would want it to see it go? Like for like, you know, these white pop artists, like how would you want it to be played out for them?
With Demi, is different again because she was actually a drug addict. But when I say like the Taylors and the whoever else, just like I just don't like you having people in your videos and stuff like that, and you selling this and you packaging it up as this equality thing all of a sudden and this blah blah blah. But somebody saying that you don't like Black people, your old security guard saying that you don't like Black people, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like something more genuine, something where I want it to be something where it's not making you a whole bunch of money. It's something where it's not something where it's not streaming for you, something where it's not charting for you. You see what I'm saying?
Trying to say your heart because that's what you want to do.
Don't do it. Don't talk about it when it's time for you to roll out an album. When it's time for you to sell this song.
Okay, see, I think it's. I'm glad that you kind of explained, like elaborated on it, or I asked what you wanted to see, because now I kind of understand what you're saying. I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm getting it now.
I'm starting to understand what you're saying now, but like, especially when Taylor had the whole LGBTQ community, like in her videos and things like that. And especially having, what's his name? What's that Black guy's name? Yeah. When I will say, when I did see that video, it did look a bit commercialized. I will say that. I totally now that I know, I see exactly what you're saying now.
Because
I see exactly what you're saying.
Black and trans people they've always been there. But now in this time you want to do the I feel like it wasn't that popular when Taylor Swift first came out. It wasn't that popping to have. It wasn't that popping to have drag queens in your videos. You were playing guitars and playing Rapunzel in the castle when you were asking about whatever the fuck you were asking about. You know what I'm saying? So you feel me?
Yeah.
It's just the commercial.
I'll say between Demi Lovato and Taylor Swift, just because we use them as an example, I feel like Demi is more genuine with how she tells her story and how she gets her voice out. Yes. I will say that.
I agree.
I feel like Taylor uses it's a little commercialized for me.
Very. It's something about her in general. I don't know if that's not like a hater, but every time I just see her, I think of like white supremacy. Like it's just she looks racist.
Just irritates me when I look at her. She irritates me.
She just looks racist to me. I feel like it's just racism.
She is. She is definitely giving that for sure.
It's giving very much like what is it, Confederate flag? Like it's very much like
And imagine, ain't she from the country?
Pennsylvania. She's from Pennsylvania. You
Oh
know,
shit! I
certain
thought
parts
that
of
bitch from
Pennsylvania.
Tennessee.
No, Pennsylvania. I ain't say Philly. I said Pennsylvania.
True,
Okay.
true. There's a
So,
lot of parts of Pennsylvania, baby. A lot of them parts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. Like I loved Taylor. When I tell y'all, I loved Taylor Swift when she first started.
Same.
Like when I was learning how to play the guitar and things like that, I was always playing her songs. I just think over time she became gimmicky.
Yeah.
And very extremely.
At first she was more genuine.
Yeah. But like you getting mad
very
and bringing women empowerment into a whack joke from Netflix is just
because I definitely wasn't. I wasn't getting it at first. I was like, huh? I wasn't getting what you were saying.
Even when they cut girl, even since the beginning of the time they've been pandering. Like even when they'll have like a random ass pop girl and have like the blackest of the black rapper feature on the song and do the remix for this shit, and then 5 months later they got caught saying nigger on Tumblr or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly, happens all the time.
Yeah,
happens all the fucking time.
It's the receipts and the evidence and the history for me.
Oh yeah,
because niggas be going back years. They do their homework. And they be pulling out all the receipts. Like niggas go back.
Damn,
like how do you even?
It's like damn. Another tweet from like 2014 when you was calling somebody a nigger and saying this about Asian people. God damn it. And you just had the baby on your damn song. Anyway, yeah. So that's all for my topics. Did you guys have anything else that you wanted to discuss before I move on to music? I have like one song or one person I wanted to highlight, and that's about it for the music for me. And then, my bad. Sorry, not music. Shows.
I would say music. Music wise, I just had to talk about Snowfall and The Masked Singer came back.
Music wise or television wise?
TV wise.
TV wise, yes. Yeah, I want to talk about Snowfall, bitch, because girl, I'm all caught up and I watched everything.
Finally,
have you seen Snowfall yet?
I have not.
Okay, so
I need you to catch up, Tommi.
But have you seen Coming to America yet?
I know. I just Tommi. It's right. Hello.
Have you seen Coming to America yet?
I did.
You did?
I did.
I didn't watch that yet.
I watched it about 3 times.
Okay. We can talk about
you
that.
Liked it that much?
No, I'm not saying that.
I just wanted to study it. Yeah. Because
I got one positive review. But okay.
I got some questions too, yeah. But before that, Snowfall, real quick. So yeah, I'm all caught up on Snowfall.
When did you catch up?
I'm gonna breeze over everything. Just like I'm gonna give it like a nice summarized thing. Here's the thing, right? Okay, so Damson Idris, who plays Franklin, is fine as fuck. I love him. I'm in love with him. I want to marry. I love him.
Sexy.
But he's such a bad person. Really, he's a bad person. He's a bad person.
I mean,
I'm just, but like, it's just like, but essentially he's a bad person. Even though Andre had to go, damn, you killed your girl.
Man, fuck Andre, bitch.
I know, but he did have to go though. He had to
go.
Fuck
Andre. I hated Andre anyway.
He had to go.
Because
you ain't Superman. Yeah, you a cop, but nigga, like, mind your business.
There's always a situation in these shows like that where you should just mind your goddamn business.
And then on top of that, like, he was trying to be Superman and shit, and like you are experiencing racism in your own police force. They calling you, oh, you're one of the good ones, and like type shit. Like, nigga, why the fuck do you give a fuck about what these white motherfuckers think about you?
Man,
I get it. It's the crack, it's the cocaine epidemic or whatever. But nigga, if you don't go and fucking write parking tickets and mind your goddamn business.
But it's white niggas out here selling that shit too. Go find them. Leave them nigga alone.
It's that, and then also I really like Leon. He has a lot of heart. I love him. The heart of the show.
He's one of my favorite
Leon
characters.
a lot. And I loved how early on how he cared for Wanda, because you don't really see that in a lot of hood niggas. They don't really give a fuck about these bitches, but he really fucked with Wanda. He did, and he still fucks with her even though she's a crackhead now.
He loved her.
But I will say this though, like that whole thing with Scully and the whole shootout thing, and then the car thing and whatever the fuck, that's not on Leon. That's not Leon's fault. If you know you got a kid in the car, why the fuck you pulling out about to shoot somebody? Drive off.
That's what I said. And why was hold on though? But if I know that bitch had to know that these niggas had beef with some other niggas around that way. So
no. Remember Leon and Fatback hired that private investigator and they found where Scully be at.
Oh yeah.
So that's where they were at. They were trying to run up on him when he was like, yeah. So
but still, I wouldn't have had me and my child in that car with them.
Exactly. If
knowing
you knew,
that
if you know who in the back, you know in the back. No, the thing is, like, they didn't know that Leon and them was camped out watching them, but they pulled up and looked over and saw Leon and them, and it was like, oh shit, that nigga Leon. They pulled the gun out on them first.
There was a beef.
If you see them, if you see niggas drive off, it's a kid in the back seat. Drive the fuck off. It's a 5-year-old girl in the back seat.
Like, why y'all pulling out guns, shooting? It's a kid in the back seat
and
a woman that don't, and her mother who don't have nothing to do with it. So and then so now Leon feels so fucked up
because he did kill her, but
girl.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, yeah, he's a human, and he's like, he feels awful, but essentially, it's not Leon's fault.
It wasn't his fault. Because if he knew that little girl was in that backseat, he would have never shot at her.
It's not Leon's fault.
If he knew that girl was in that backseat, he would have never shot at them.
So now it's the whole thing of like, they have to either give up Leon or it's going to be a war. And honestly, they're going to find a way not to give up Leon because Leon is part of the main cast. And I feel like if they get rid of Leon, that's weird. I don't think they're going to get rid of Leon.
We already don't have Kevin. So we need Leon.
Yeah, but even when Kevin was around, I feel like Leon had more of a impact. I feel like Leon is like I said, he's like more of the heart of the show for me. Like I feel like they're not gonna get rid of Leon. I don't think. They can't.
It's too early. They can't.
Not no time soon. I don't think so.
I don't see Leon leaving anytime soon. Like that's crazy.
And I hope that we do see Wanda's recovery too.
I'm really hoping for that. I hope because he paid for them to keep her in the hospital longer.
Yeah,
till she recovers.
He still cares about her. Yeah.
He does clearly.
So how do you think?
Have to do that.
So do you think that Mel is going to come back at any point? Because I know that. Oh, sorry. One more thing. That Asian reporter, she's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die,
and I don't care if she dies.
She needs to mind her business.
Just like Andre, bitch. If you mind your business, you'd still be here. She's gonna die eventually.
So now at this point, I'm trying to figure out how she's gonna die.
I called that
because the father already over her shit because he was like, "Get out."
Yeah,
don't ask me no more questions. Don't ask me no more questions.
Girl, that's his sign, bitch. He not about to snitch.
But you are going through all this for a damn story. I guess it was different in the 60s.
I mean, she's a reporter, but still, bitch. Like it's other stories to go. Like you can find another story. It was an epidemic of crack cocaine. You can find another story in LA. Go to Skid Row. You'll find another story. I'm not even trying to be funny.
So yeah, but so do you think that Mel is going to come back anytime soon, or like how?
I hope
do you
so because I want to see. Even if her and Franklin don't, get right together.
He killed her daddy.
Right, but I just want to see her get. I want to just like Wanda. I want to see her get clean eventually, even though she's a little bit annoying. I think
Mel is good. Mel is clean. Yeah, remember the reporter came to the house. She was good. She's like all holy and bobbled up now.
Oh shit! I can't.
Yeah.
There's so much that's going
on. What I'm saying is, I feel like,
There's so much that has gone on.
Yeah. So I feel like
you just watched all of it.
I feel like I don't know. I mean, is she gonna come back in some way, shape, form? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe
I feel like she will. Because that cop Andre's partner is still trying to get Franklin set Franklin up for some shit or whatever.
No, he's not. He got the picture.
What the fuck? Why don't I remember nothing?
I don't know. Yeah, so that one, and I love Man. Well, I love the actor that plays Man Boy.
Like you have a crush?
No, I just like he's doing a good job.
I don't like him.
I don't know. I think the Uncle Jerome is gonna like quit somehow. Oh yeah, and the fucking security guard quit. I knew he was gonna quit because he was like sitting there like, I can't do this shit no more. That whole time he was like, I can't do this shit no more.
He was like, this is it for me. Mm-hmm. You know what though? Remember that girl that Franklin fucking? I don't trust that bitch. She don't sit right with my spirit. She don't sit right with my spirit. I don't trust that bitch. She gonna get him in trouble some kind of way.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't trust that bitch at all. I want him to stop fucking her.
Ooh.
Like I don't
because Louise was like, Louise gave her a job at the club, and Louise was like, I mean, as long as you fucking her, I can trust her, right?
It's Louis.
Sorry, Louis. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
I don't trust that girl. I don't trust that girl at all, man. I do not. I don't care. Frankly, she knows too much. I don't trust her.
Yeah.
And people on Twitter
she knows at least that he was looking for Scully and trying to make sure Scully was dead. So
she knows too much. I don't trust that girl. Like she just came out of nowhere for like.
But that's all I gotta say about everything. But yeah, I think Jerome. I don't know, something about Jerome that he just wants to. Does Jerome want to stop the whole drug thing?
I think he wants, because he got his store up and running.
He wants his business. He wants his business back in.
I think he just wanted to get what he wanted to do up and running. I think he's good now. But Franklin is invested and he wants to keep this shit going.
Yeah, and then also I know that at some point him and Louis want to have kids.
Yeah, like the clock is ticking now.
Yeah, so that's all I gotta say about that. I can't wait
for I want you to watch
episode tomorrow.
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna watch it because the way you guys are talking about it, it sounds like it's just
it should get real.
It's hot.
Shit gets real.
The tea is piping hot. Wow.
All the episodes on Hulu.
Okay, so for Coming to America, I liked it for what it was. Like I said before, I liked it for what it was, but there was a couple things like I feel like, why was there no paternity test? Like you just believed that this was your child, and then it was
what?
I think when he started rapping out of nowhere with Tiana Taylor, that was kind of weird.
I have to watch it.
That's all I have to say about that. But other than that, I like
just from what you said though. I'm like, what the fuck? So you just automatically believe somebody's your child?
Yeah.
That already. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I need a test, bitch.
First, can I acknowledge the fact that so far from what I know, there were 4 people that were involved in the film that are from the DMV.
Oh yeah, so what's his face? The one that played his son, he's from DC. Yeah,
the guy that plays the son is from the DMV.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I did hear that.
There's a song that's on the soundtrack where the boy is waking up in the palace for the first time and he's getting dressed and just about to get bathed. The song that's playing in the background is by Bo Young Prince. He's from the DMV.
Okay.
Also, a wonderful singer, Yana Crawley, who won the first Sunday's Best. You guys know the show Sunday's Best?
Oh, yes.
She also sang in the movie. And I think there is someone else. The designer for the red wedding dress. Did you guys see the wedding dress scene?
I didn't see the movie yet, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, the scene where DeVito is performing and they come out in the yes, the designer is from the DMV.
Oh,
yes. So shout out to them.
Okay, well, that's right.
But the DMV artist.
The movie. I thought that we could have done without the movie.
It was a money grab.
That's what everybody
definitely said. Yeah, I think it's because the people were asking for it, so they gave it.
And they had everybody in it.
But I didn't like the dying scene when the king died. I hated
he
that
died
scene.
sitting down.
Hold on, James Earl Jones died.
He said, "I'm going to die now," and started closing his eyes, literally at his funeral concert in the coffin thing, and it just was so. I didn't like that part. So and I also didn't like the fact that they didn't do a paternity test, like Danny, you said. It just wasn't realistic for me.
Yeah.
At least the first one.
Did you notice that it was PG-13?
That was funny
or something like that. It was the rating was like PG-13 or something like that.
Yeah.
Notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just, and there was too many people in the movie, that too many familiar faces,
cameos and shit.
It was one of them. It's one of those ordeals where they put a bunch of celebrities in it and hype it up because it's all these known legendary people or whatever, and so everybody's like, "Oh, this is gonna be great," and people fall for it every time.
And you notice, Tommy,
all these people, and then it's never that good.
You notice that they paid a lot of influencers too. They came out with a Coming to America makeup palette, and they had people posting.
They did.
Yes,
they did.
It was a lot of promo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, on TikTok, I started making TikTok, y'all. Follow me, it's still Katy Perry. But on TikTok, every time I turn around, somebody posts something, it won't have shit to do with that movie, but they'll put Coming to America too on as a hashtag just so somebody can watch it. Like literally, it could be they could be singing a Taylor Swift song, and they'll put hashtag Coming to America too or whatever the fuck
they had some
like.
Coming to America merch as well. It was very much they paid a lot for marketing, child. I will say that.
Yeah, but I will say maybe it got a lot of views. I'm pretty sure it did.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was one of the highest views on that Prime Video app.
Wow. For sure, it got a lot of views. Because
I just wasn't.
The original was a legendary movie. So
yeah, like if I'm gonna watch, if I'm gonna watch Coming to America, I'm not gonna think to watch Coming to America too.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody. My best friend said she tried to watch it like 3 times, and she was high, and she still couldn't finish it. I was like, "Woo, Jesus!"
I sat through comfortably. Like I said, I liked it for what it was. Yeah.
Some things just don't need.
And then also, like, how did he just sit, like, literally, like, sit there and just fall in love with that hairdresser like that quick? Like he married her real quick. And then also, like, the whole point of him coming to that country was for him to become king, but they ended up coming to their senses and letting the daughter be the queen. But you still let him marry that hairdresser like that for what? Like, what's the point of them getting married if he's not gonna be king?
I mean, if they wanted to get married, that's because they love each other.
I know, but damn, can y'all date first?
But I mean, that's in their country. That's
in their cultures. That's a culture thing.
That's like a normal thing in their culture, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's normal. So
maybe that's what that was. It was interesting how he quickly adapted to that.
Yeah. Hello.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. The movie wasn't realistic for me.
No, but like I said, it is. I mean, it was very much a. I'm surprised it wasn't on Disney Plus. Shit.
No.
The way the damn show was going, the way the damn movie was going, I'm surprised it wasn't on damn Disney Plus.
Shit.
With all the marijuana and
I mean, I knew even if it wasn't a pandemic, a panorama, whatever you want to call it, I knew it wasn't going to be in theaters, child. It was going to go straight to TV or some streaming platform. I didn't have it going to theaters at all. I didn't have it going to theaters whatsoever.
Yeah.
Even if we weren't in a pandemic and the movie theater was open as hell, I didn't see that happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anywho. Well, that's all for me.
I have one more show. Tommy, do you watch The Masked Singer?
No.
No.
I know that.
God. Wow, why don't y'all watch? Okay. I'm just going to say I was excited about this. The new season started on last Wednesday, and Niecy Nash is hosting now.
Okay.
And she does a great job, but the person that got eliminated, guess who was in the damn costume, y'all?
Who?
Kermit the Frog.
What?
Yes. Huh? It was Kermit the Frog inside the costume.
Was it the snail?
Yeah, it was a snail.
I did see that. I did see something like that on Instagram.
It was a snail, and it was Kermit. But Jenny McCarthy was actually like, he's giving a Kermit voice. His voice sounds like Kermit. And then when he got eliminated, of course, like all you saw was these little green hands come out and lift himself up, and it was Kermit. And everybody was so excited. But it was just so random. I didn't even think that could be a thing. Because he's not like, I mean, he's famous, but he's not like a person. You know?
Right. He's still technically a character.
He's a puppet.
Right. Right. A puppet character.
Yeah, it was weird.
I don't know. I always found The Masked Singer to be kind of weird to me. It just, I don't know.
I did too.
Yeah, because they're gonna run out of celebrities that we care about.
I said that too before to myself, but I ain't say it out loud because I love that show. But I want to. I'm trying to figure out how they got like. I don't know. Okay. He's in this costume as a snail, but how they got him moving by himself? Like he was moving around the stage and shit. So I'm trying to figure out how that worked. Like he was moving around when he came out of the costume and talking and all that. So
wasn't he on wheels? Like the way he was moving.
Yeah, no, the costume part was on wheels, but I mean, who was working him? Did they make a new robotic one and we can't really go? You see what I'm saying? Because he looked like the old regular Kermit. So I'm like, how did that even work?
That's interesting.
I want to know, like, the behind the scenes tea. Like, I want to know what happened. But yeah, the new season started Wednesday. When that show first started, I was like, this is weird. Like, I'm not about to watch this because now they have a Masked Dancer, and I haven't watched it yet because it looks weird. But the show, it's fun trying to figure out who's who behind. I feel like one of the Backstreet Boys are on there as a Russian doll. Oh no,
I know that Jordan Woods was on there.
She was on there last season.
Yeah, that kind of shocked me because I didn't.
She lasted a good while though.
Yeah,
she
I didn't
have a pretty good voice. I think Sarah Jessica Parker's on there too. And I think I swear to God, Tyrese is on there, y'all. He's like a robot porcupine or something. But the voice, they're trying to figure out who he is, and they said like all these people that aren't even close, but he sounds exactly like Tyrese. I swear to God, Tyrese is on there.
Interesting. Well, I'll probably watch 1 or 2 episodes to see how.
Once you watch one, anybody who hasn't watched it before, and I got them to watch it. Once they watched one episode, they were like obsessed with it.
Because a lot of people have told me that it is good.
I watched it, and the thing is, I could only take it in doses.
Oh, you did?
Because I'll get bored after a while. Yeah, I watched it before. I take it in doses. I can't watch it all the way through. It's just I don't care. But no, it's cool though. I like it. It's cool, but I'm not addicted.
It's just fun. It's just fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out who's in what costume and whatever, and see if you're right. Because I've been right once or twice, but like, yeah. But I'm like 90% positive the Backstreet Boys, some of the Backstreet Boys are there, and I'm pretty much like 100% positive that Tyrese is on there. But we're gonna see.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Interesting.
Because Tyrese is like. Musically, Tyrese is like on the back burner, so that'd be a good way to get his name in somebody's mouth.
Not the back burner.
No shade, because Tyrese is amazing.
Yeah. Oh wow, he is.
Yeah. Like his voice is really good. I love his voice.
Oh yeah, it is. It is.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Not him crying about his kids and stuff. But yeah, that was all my shows.
Any shows for you, Tommi?
I haven't had time to watch much.
I finally caught up on this show. I know you guys probably haven't seen it, but it's called Snowpiercer.
I heard about that. I think it was you that said that to me.
Girl, I love that show. I don't know what it is. So basically it's about there's this major climate change in the world, and basically the earth is freezing. Like freezing to the point everybody's dying. Every life itself is dying. So before, I guess, like scientists figured out like when the day is actually going to happen. And so they've been preparing. This really rich billionaire, Mr. Wilford, he's been preparing, and he got these engineers to build a train that goes around the world. So like it continuously runs around the world, and it holds a certain amount of people in the train. I think it was about 1,000 cars long.
I'm into that. What channel did that come on? Is it on Hulu?
Dang, I don't remember the channel, but I'll send it to you when I find it. But basically, so there's like first class, second class, third class, and fourth class, which are like the poor, like dirt poor people that like basically forced themselves on the train. They weren't supposed to get on the train, but like they bust through the police to get on the train. Yeah, it's a movie also. So basically it's about, just the trials that they've been going through a revolution on a train. Yeah. There's a whole revolution going on a train. Like people fighting each other, trying to get their justice, and people trying to take power. It's so interesting to me, because it's like, I don't know, like climate change and things like that. Like, I don't know if you guys have been noticing lately how the weather's been acting very funny, especially like in Texas, how it hasn't been snowing in Texas, but all of a sudden there's a snowstorm in Texas. I just feel like that show is very realistic to me, and it's helping me to prepare for if something crazy like that were to happen. I'm the
same way. That's why I always used to watch The Walking. I don't watch it really much now, but I used to watch The Walking Dead. I'm into conspiracy theories. So anything that I feel like could happen in real life, I watch those type of shows or movies to prepare myself for the future. because it could possibly never know.
You never know.
So, because it gives me ideas, like Walking Dead, it gave me like survival tips. All the time. I learned how to make like a filter for a water bottle on there. Like literally, it teaches you shit. So, like you never know. You can't trust this government and stuff. Like you never know.
Yeah, and like on the train, Mr. Wilford, they consider Mr. Wilford to be God. He's basically God. And like there's people against him and there's people with him. Like they don't even pray to actual like God anymore. They're praying to like Mr. Wilford.
Oh hell no. I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, it's very.
By next week I would have watched it.
But another one last one that I watched recently this weekend with my mom. There's this movie on Netflix called I Care a Lot. I'm actually going to watch it again tonight. Y'all got to watch that movie.
I know what that's about.
It's about this lady that works in the, she works like with, what is it called? Nursing homes. So she does this scheme in the court and with the nursing homes to basically go to doctor's offices and scout old people who are very wealthy, right? And live by themselves, barely have any family. And like she makes a deal with these doctors to like make a emergency statement to the court saying like, oh, this person is so sickly, like they're going through this, that, and the third, this disease, that to the point where they can't take care of themselves when actually they can. So this lady goes to the courts and she becomes their legal guardian. Whether they have family or not, she becomes their legal guardian. And when you become a legal guardian, you have control over the assets, everything. So she takes over these old people, put them in a nursing home, take over their homes, their assets, everything, take all their money and keep everything until they die. And it just so happened she got another, client or whatever, captured her, but it goes left so fast. Like y'all gotta see it. It's I've never seen a movie like that. And it kind of scares me for the nursing home or like just the whole pharmaceuticals, I don't know what to say, environment or the system itself. It's kind of scary. It's very scary. I would never put my mom in a nursing home after watching it.
do not trust nursing homes at all. I was so against putting my grandmother in one. I was like, we are not doing that. We are not putting her in a nursing home. Fuck no. She had a whole house she paid off. Let her live in her fucking house.
Absolutely.
No, I don't.
But it's so interesting. I'm definitely gonna watch it again. But yeah, that's all I have.
I gotta check that out.
By next week, I would have watched it. Both of the Snowpiercer and I Care a Lot. So listen out for that, y'all.
Okay. All right. Well, is that all for the shows and movies, y'all?
Y'all.
Okay.
Yep.
So I have one musical note. Get it? Note and then like musical note. Yeah. So. I can't stand myself. Yeah. So, y'all know, Tommi, do you know JQ? He calls himself JQ Sound on Instagram.
No.
Okay, so he is actually managing a new artist. He's a producer from the DMV. He produced he engineered on Dayon Green's project Me.
Okay,
but he's managing this new girl. I think it's pronounced Evan or Yvonne. It's spelled E''VAAN. And Taylor, he wants us to interview her one of these days.
I'm into it.
She just released an EP called Play Nice. It's called Play Nice, and she's calling it like a demo situation or whatever. So it's out on Spotify and Apple Music. I can send you the links, Tommi and Taylor. So I've skimmed it a bit and I heard her voice. I like it. It's a vibe. So I wanted to highlight that. It's like a new person to like get into.
Do you have her Instagram name?
I do. I can send you her page
send me
and
that,
all
please.
that stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna send you the page and everything. Let's see.
I'm into it.
But yeah, yeah. Do you listen to Apple, Tommi and Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. The Apple link is in her bio, so y'all can.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
So yeah, I just sent her. I sent y'all her page.
Okay.
So yeah. Anyhow, yeah.
Okay, that was pretty girl.
Huh?
Oh, she a hottie. Oh, she pretty. Oh, she.
What, Taylor?
I know that's right.
I said,
what'd you say, Taylor?
I said, was that your only music?
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
Tommi, did you have anything?
As far as music, like to say,
yeah.
Oh, not at the moment. I'm just excited for what everybody has in store for this year. I feel like this year is about to be really, really
still early. It's still early.
It's still early, but I don't know. I'm excited. You know, the streets about to open up. The streets are open.
Low key opening. Cause I'm back at work and all that.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I'm back at work
like actually after school.
Yeah, like on Thursdays and Fridays, I'm back at work. It's like they got that's something I was talking about cohorts earlier. I was like, yeah, that's what cohorts mean because they got a Monday, Tuesday cohort and a Thursday, Friday cohort.
Groups, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm Thursday, Friday.
Oh
so,
wow.
Bitch, with the time change and waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, bitch, I'm tired.
I guess that's smart. Because I guess when y'all get tested, it gives time to like let it settle in and that get more accurate results. I guess
they about to start testing us every 2 weeks too, so you'll know who got what or who don't got what. So that's good. So and they're being pretty cautious. So I'm like, okay, but yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah.
Congrats.
All right.
Okay.
Is that all for the episode? Episode 90? We almost to 100. Woo.
Yeah, we getting up there, baby.
You gotta figure out what we're gonna do for 100 episodes. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do.
Congratulations.
You gotta figure out. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So thank you guys for listening to episode 90 of Heard the Podcast. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at Heard the Podcast, HERD the podcast. You can find me, Dani, on Instagram at Dani DeVito __. That's DANIDEVITO __. And Dani DeVito with 1 underscore on Twitter.
And you can find me at Katy Harin, CADYHARIN. That's on all platforms, including TikTok. Follow me. Trying to make some coins.
Girl.
Okay, Tommi.
And you guys can find me at TOMMI.music. That's my Instagram, or on my website at TommiMusic.com.
Yes, and make sure you guys spread the word. You can listen to our podcast on all podcast streaming platforms at Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, all them places. And thanks again for listening. Bye.